Hi everybody, today is June 15th, 2012. I don't know what you're going to think about this, but Obama signs order to stop deportation of young undocumented immigrants. The move that will take effect immediately means thousands of law-abiding immigrants under the age of 30 will have the right to work, which means they'll have the right to stay. The Obama administration has announced a dramatic move to place the rising anger of Hispanic communities across America by offering a partial DREAM Act to young law-abiding immigrants without documents, means they came here illegally, who will now no longer live under the threat of deportation will have the right to work. The move will take effect immediately and could have an impact on 800,000 young immigrants. How much? It's more than that. It's more than that. Largely Hispanic who came to the U.S. as children, and though hardworking and law-abiding, have lived for years under the shadow of deportation. The Department of Homeland Security said that those who demonstrate that they meet the criteria will be eligible to be taken off the deportation list for a period of 2 years, subject to renewal, and will be eligible to apply for work authorization. He knows he's losing the white and black votes, so now he's going for the Hispanics. But these are illegal. I don't know how they can vote anyways. Or are they using someone else's ID like Obama is? Our nation's immigration laws must be enforced in a firm and sensible manner, said the Secretary of Homeland Security, Janet Napolitano. But they are not designed to be blindly enforced without consideration given to the individual circumstances of each case, nor are they designed to remove productive young people to countries where they have not lived or even speak the language. Discretion, which is used in so many other areas, is especially justified here. The Obama administration has come under growing criticism in recent months for failing to deliver on its promises to restrict deportation to the most serious criminal offenders. The disappointment expressed about the high level of deportations has led to speculation it could damage the president's chances of being reelected in November given the importance of Latino voting population. It goes on to say the New Deal will be open to anyone who came to the U.S. before the age of 16 and is under 30 years old, have continuously resided in the United States for at least 5 years preceding the date of this memorandum, and are present in the United States at the moment, are currently in school and have graduated from high school, have obtained a General Education Development Certificate, I guess that's a GED, or an honorable discharge veterans of the Coast Guard or Armed Forces in the United States. So I guess we're hiring illegals to join the armed forces of the United States. Have not been convicted of any crime or significant misdemeanors. And it says one aspect of the DREAM Act that is yet to be achieved is the right to citizenship or permanent residency for young undocumented immigrants. Kelly said that the battle for the reform would continue. We need Congress to step up and finish the job, she said. I'm sorry, but there's just too much about Obama that don't add up. His family history, etc. I posted a video last night and I pulled it. I thought it just went beyond decency. It was about a mama's mother who evidently posed nude for some 1950s bondage magazines. You know, they were pretty racy. And then the family connection to known communists and extremists and radicals. I don't know why this guy is allowed to remain in office. I want to add an extra thought to this. I've never ceased to be amazed by things that are done in the United States. So this shouldn't surprise me either. I mean, we got TSA agents who are using fake IDs, are illegal immigrants. There was one fella who was a supervisor for TSA at one of the largest airports there on the East Coast, who was using the ID of a man who was mysteriously murdered about the same time he started using the ID, and the murder was never solved. And of course, I haven't heard anything new about it. There are known pedophile priests working at TSA, and TSA is part of Homeland Security. We have an attorney general under the pretense of supposedly gathering information on the drug cartels. We're still laundering the drug cartels' money here in the United States, and of course collecting a fee on that to launder their, drug money. I'm sorry, but our government is getting just as bad as one of these third world countries that we go in and bomb. There's over 64 sites here in the United States for drones right here in the United States that are used on the American citizens. Not all of them, some of them are. I reported about how the police had used a drone in a dispute about cattle here in the United States. Just last week, we had a global hawk with a wingspan of 114 feet that crashed um, on the East Coast. I reported about that. I was blocked last night, and they had to have used my IP address to block me from the ship tracker because I got in being incognito where my IP address didn't show up. Our phones are tapped. Pictures we put on Facebook and other places are put into the database of facial recognition to put into their giant computers to track the U.S. citizens. And we are citizens that they do this to, okay? And then they let these criminals just go scot-free. Granted, there are cases where people come over here and they're kind of like lost souls in the world. They have like no country. But 800,000 illegals shouldn't have the right to work here in the United States, effective immediately. Look how many United States citizens are unemployed or underemployed. Look at how many United States citizens are losing their homes and living on the streets with families and children. Why doesn't Obama do, I think it was Greenland, that forgave all debts for all the houses because of this banking fiasco that they created that all these homes ended up in foreclosure? I reported about that. I'm pretty sure it was Greenland that forgave all debts. So they're not going to lose their homes. Why doesn't Obama do something for the United States citizens? It seems like he cares more about having private meetings with Al Qaeda in the White House and does everything he can to sabotage the respectability of the United States to other countries by leaking military information. An example, the Studnet virus that was sent to Iran to their uranium process facilities. I mean, that's just one that I can think of right now off the bat. There's supposed to be an investigation about these leaks. Nothing will ever come of it unless they have some scapegoat. Nothing will ever happen to Holden for taking the guns, giving them to the cartels across the border, which ended up killing United States Border Patrol officers. No one's ever going to be held accountable for that man's death. So put down here what you think about this, all right? Bookmark my site. I'll keep everyone up to date. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless y'all.